What is going on, guys? The Game and Ram here, and welcome back to BeamNG Drive. And today we have something very exciting here. So, I rushed over here to the shop because the driver had just dropped off all of these cars. And so, right behind me is all of my drag cars. And this is what we have so far. We have built a lot over the couple of months. Like, over the months, we have built a lot of cars. And one of the OGs of them all is probably this truck right here. It's a second gen truck. I think this one here is a 98 Ram. It is very interesting because of the engine that's in here. And we built these things all for drag racing. Every last one of them. So this truck, as you guys can hear it, this one has a really big engine in it. I believe this one here is it's a big block. If you guys will look, I'll just show you guys because honestly, I'm not gonna remember every single engine setup because we got a lot of them. So if you come over here, this one here is an 8.0. It's a big block, and I just give you guys a rundown for the engine because, you know, it has a bullet bottom end. What else? Let's see over here. We did some work inside of the engine. It is a twin turbo, as you can see here. So it's twin turbo, dual overhead cam. It has an Adler camshaft, stage 3 twin turbo. It's a 6-speed sequential truck with a sport ECU, and it is hooked on to some big old tires on the back. The back tires are a lot bigger than the fronts. See if I can find them back tires for you. It's a 1514 Adler drag tire with, I believe, if I can show you the tire is a 335 5015 grip all, and basically it's just a stock Ram 1500 from the year with a big old engine on it. And this one here is just, it is not as solid because, again, it was one of my first truck builds. And this truck does have a working parachute, which I'll show you guys. We're going to run nitrous as well for this run. And I'll show you what the old second gen got. So we're going to get on this freeway here, and we'll give her some beans. The second that I get the truck straight. That'll help. Okay, hold on. Get on it. And also, one of the fun facts about this truck, the second gen, this one was actually one of the. This is what we had bought two trucks in a package deal. The first one, that one needed a transmission, which turned into my big turbo Cummins build. 90 pounds of boost, and the truck is really quick and fast. And then this one was just abandoned in a field, and I decided to build a drag truck out of it. So, and over here is our first gen, and this first gen is the fastest first gen Ram in the world. So this is like I think this is a 97, or no, it's an 87. I think it's an 87, 80. It's between 87 and 88. Ram. It's a first gen. This truck we had bought in 4 of them from somebody that had collected them. They had 4 trucks. This was one of the 4 trucks, and we decided because we already had we built 3 of them, and this one was just a leftover spare truck. And I was like, you know what? Let's build something ridiculous. And so that's what we did. And this truck has probably one of the biggest engines here. The second gen had an 8 big block. This one has a 9.0 liter NASCAR engine. So it's the engine that runs in NASCAR. So if you look over here, it's a stage 4 performance long block. So the block has been built. It's running twin turbos, downpipes, and stage 3 turbos with an 8-speed dual clutch transmission. And this truck is the fastest first gen that you will ever find in the world. And it also has nitrous. And so we got these set up in like a 4-wheel drive configuration, so that way you can run them in a 4-wheel drive, and this whole transmission is built for racing. So don't think it's 4-wheel drive for off-roading. No, it's built for racing. It's custom built. And so this is the fastest truck that you ever find for the year. And this one does not play. Alright, I'm gonna put it in R4 high and oh man, this thing is ridiculous. So I'm gonna let this cool down for a minute and we get back to it. So I know what you're thinking. It's like, why does it have wheelie bars? It's because it might go back there. If we let it, it might go all the way back. I'm gonna turn nitrous off. Alright, let's see what it got on the highway. But there is the fastest first gen in the world. There you go. And then over here is the this one here is a Dodge Challenger, as you guys can obviously know. This one is making over 1,000 horsepower, and this one here has been all done. We did a weight reduction, so it has no passenger seat and no back seat, and it's just a driver's seat, and it's just bare bones. And this is not a Hellcat by any means. It's literally, believe it or not, this car was a B5 blue car, I think. And I don't know if it was a B5. It might have been a B5 blue Challenger with it was an RT, and then we just did a whole bunch of work over the car to make it as quick as it is. So we're gonna fire it up. So we did a lot of racing with this car, and we won a lot of races. We also lost some. Well, we just punctured the fuel tank, but I was aiming for like an 8-second car, and it's pretty close when it's on the track. It has a really good quarter-mile time, which I don't remember the quarter-mile time. It's been so long, but I think the quarter-mile for this car was like 9 seconds. So it's like a 9-second car. It's like 9, 8 seconds. But mainly because I just don't get any traction. But the car I do believe is like it could be a 7-second car, but I need some tires. The next car is the oldest car here. This one is a 67 Chevy Camaro. This is a pro drag car, and it is a true drag car, as you guys can look here. Look at that. Like, you can't get any more legit when it comes to drag racing than this car. Like, look at that. And this car we had got a long time ago. We did a full-on rebuild. Well, I actually bought this car a long time ago. It was a half a car. It was pretty much an abandoned project, and we just basically finished the car. So it didn't really need much because they already did the conversion over. Like they already had the roll cage and like most of like the parts for the car, and we just finished up polishing it off. You know, engine, the bumpers, the exhaust, the turbos. We just finished it because it was just an engine, and now this is what we have. And let me show you. This car is, in fact, is a 427 cubic inch. It's an LSX. It's a twin turbo 3. The engine's built to a performance 3. It's a racing 6-speed manual, and I believe if you look, that's pretty much it for us the engine. These tires are cold, so it's really hard to control it. And here's the interior. It's just a basic bare bones drag car, but it does have a digital gauge, which helps out a lot when you're actually drag racing in first person like this. You can actually see everything about the car, your RPMs, you know, your fuel, your speed, and you can see your temps. Might be able to show you guys that car later when the temperature actually, the tires get warm enough. And then we have the big tire Tesla, which is not just some ordinary Tesla. This Tesla is actually an LS Tesla. I'll show you guys the engine setup because this one is probably the best Tesla out there for any kind of racing. Let me see. So here it is. So the Tesla has a twin turbo as well. All of my drag cars have twin turbos. It's a stage 3 performance long block, 6-speed sequential. It does have nitrous. probably the first Tesla with nitrous. And then if you guys will look, the exhaust is pretty much just simple. Very simple build, you know. I'm gonna fire it up, let you guys hear this monster. This is the most reliable car too, by the way. Look at that. Look at it. Look at that. Look. I want you to look. That's crazy, man. Like, that's so crazy that a Tesla can even do that. Oh. But anyway, this Tesla, we have yet to test it. We're going to be testing it here when we start racing. But I open it up, I'm going to turn nitrous on, and I'm going to let you guys see what it can do. So it's a pretty aggressive car. You know, it runs great though. You know, that LS in this thing is what makes it, it's what makes the car for me. You know, listen to it. And like I say, when that the thing about this transmission, it is a sequential, so the Tesla just squats and just goes. I'm gonna turn around because this freeway ends down here. Man, look at that. Just look at that. Look at that, man. So there's your Tesla, and then the last but not least is a 95. It's an SN95 Ford Mustang. This car, we did a full-on build. This car has the Voodoo engine in it, so it is the 6.2. This one here, I'm gonna wait to show you guys this one because this one is a whole video in itself. But the Voodoo SN95 is back, and the engine's been built to a stage 2 or stage 3. It does have twin turbos on it, and it is running pretty good. I need some stickier rear tires, but I'm gonna show you guys that in a separate video. It does have nitrous, as you can see in the back seat. It's all the way in the trunk, and so complete interior delete, just one seat, and pretty much that's it. That's the car, and we got it nice and slick, man. But the SN95, I'm still gonna do a video on that on a separate one, but I want to show you guys most of the cars. I just had to come down here because we're gonna be doing some tuning on most of this stuff, so it's gonna be really dope, and I cannot wait to show you guys.